everybody, and this is GMR here, and this is a special episode of the GMR Cheap Zone podcast, where I talk about my experiences in 2022. Now, lot happened in 2022. I can't really say this year because it's 2023 now. But yeah, a lot happened in 2022. So much that I can't count. So I can't put everything on here, but I'm just gonna talk about my experiences in 2022. But before I get down to it, I feel like it'll be more appropriate if I start by paying a tribute to everybody we lost in 2022. On this next slide, I'm gonna show everybody people who died in 2022. But it's not just them, it's also everybody we lost. Because it's just so many people, I can't put them all on this one slide. So I'm just gonna take a few seconds to play the usual wrestling tribute of 10 Bell Salute to everyone we lost. Thank you. Yeah, they'll all be missed. But having said that, let's get the show on the road. Well, the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to 2022. Yep, return to badass! Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey, why are you showing Piccolo and Knuckles here? Piccolo from Dragon Ball and Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, I think a lot of people actually agree that both these characters have lost some of their coolness factor. Okay, well, if you're a Dragon Ball and Sonic fan, you both know that both Piccolo and Knuckles actually have a lot in common. They both showed up as the anti-hero to their respective heroes, Goku and Sonic, and they always had this coolest factor on, and they always were the arch rival until Vegeta and Shadow showed up. And even though they were still kind of a little bit of cool and badass until well, the next few stories, ever since those two characters were introduced, both these characters were kind of then lost in the shuffle in a sense. I mean, for example, when it comes to Knuckles, Shadow showed up in Sonic Adventure 2, but Knuckles was still cool in that game. He was cool in Sonic Heroes. In 11, I don't know about Shadow the Hedgehog, but also kind of in 06, but ever since 06, he's basically become this comedy character. Namely, when it came to Sonic Boom and how they portrayed Knuckles, and don't get me started on Gundam Knuckles. And, well, Piccolo, ever since Vegeta was shown up, I mean, in the Android Saga, Piccolo was pretty badass, all until he lost to Cell, and then after he lost to Cell, he went downhill. Piccolo kind of went downhill. Basically, in the Boo Saga, he just played a mentor, even though he was kind of cool a little bit in the saga, he didn't do that much. And the Dragon Ball GT was didn't even know what to do with Piccolo. The Battle of God Saga, even though Piccolo did try to fight BOS, he lost to Chopsticks. And the resurrection of F Saga, he didn't really do much in the movie, but in the saga, yeah, he died again, taking Gohan. In the Universe 6 saga, he kind of was getting his coolness factor back when he was fighting Frost and how smart he was, but but after he quit fighting Frost, he basically kind of started to go downhill again. I mean, he basically was a little bit of a comedy character in the Goku Black saga, even though he didn't do anything in the Goku Black saga. And Universal Survival, he did actually have some very cool moments in that. He was getting his balance. He was getting his balance side again, but then he lost to a bug. So yeah, if that's the case, when it comes to these two characters, if they basically became like comedy characters a little bit, then why did I put this title Return to Badass? Because I feel like 2022 has been like a weird renaissance of both these characters. Before I get onto it, yeah, Gohan actually I would say, I can't say what now. Well, Gohan made a comeback this year too, with Beast Gohan, but basically we all know that Gohan had great potential, and Gohan did do that bad in the Universal Survival saga. No more than Piccolo kind of suffered. But yeah, back to the point. In Sonic 2, they made Knuckles like a threat in that movie when he was an antagonist, and he actually had a very cool act where he actually then joined forces with Sonic at the end, and Sonic and Tails to take down Eggman. Knuckles also had some cool scenes in like Sonic 4 Frontiers, even though for the most part he was, but he didn't do that much. But then I don't blame him, because he was kind of like the Cyber Ghost, and he was as a Cyber Ghost defending Sonic from like Sage's attack was very cool. But Piccolo, Sonic Dragon Ball superhero, Piccolo's now back, baby. Piccolo's back now at the top, near the top. Even though, yeah, again, Gohan saved the day at the end, but let's face it, Dragon Ball Superhero was Piccolo's movie, and I forgot to mention the whole. I love the relationship between Piccolo and Pan, too. It's kind of adorable because Piccolo's like this big green uncle, but yeah, Piccolo. He first had this awakened state that's been long overdue. He had Don't Get Me Started on Orange Piccolo. And yeah, again, Piccolo was the main character in Dragon Ball Superhero. So yeah, it puts a smile on my face that these two characters that were kind of like lost in the shuffle had a coolness factor in the past. They lost it, but I feel like in 2022 they both got it. So yeah, I'm happy to see that as both a Dragon Ball and Sonic fan. I'm really happy to see that both Piccolo and Knuckles are back up there. Okay, with that long my delay, it's time for the next thing. Oh yeah. Yeah, you know there's a lot of things in wrestling that happened this year. A lot of things. As a wrestling fan, you know that. But there are just, I think there are like 3 moments that I'm gonna have to talk about right now. That I want to get with 2 of these things grind my gears, and the next band is basically Hallelujah. But anyway, let's get back to this. First off, out of these 2, I'm gonna start with the Jeff Hardy situation. Okay, yeah, back like 2021, in December 2021, a lot of people thought, oh, Jeff Hardy, because Jeff Hardy kind of left a match in WWE, which ended up him getting fired. That he was, oh no, he's on drugs again. But no, I don't believe he was on drugs at that time. I think he was like, well, I think Jeff was just being Jeff. I think in that time, I think in December of 2021, he was in a better place than he was. Unfortunately, if you I think he was like, well, I think Jeff was just being Jeff. I think in that time, I think in December of 2021, he was in a better place than he was. Unfortunately, if you were for an AEW during the year of 2022, you know, Jeff had DNY. Now, do I hate Jeff for that? Of course not. No, I don't hate Jeff. I don't hate Jeff Hardy. I'll always believe in Jeff Hardy. And I believe when he said that he was clean in December of 2021 and summer of 2022, I believe him. I think what happened was, and I think you heard me say this, we'll type this up before, I think doing all of these high west moves is going to cause more pain, and that's going to lead Trev to doing drugs and beer and that kind of thing to smooth the pain. So yeah, I think that's what happened, and that's why the DIY happened, and hopefully now Jeff Hardy is getting the help he needs in rehab. But you know, something that really pissed me off, I'm gonna mention this, something that really pisses me off is basically people saying, oh, why don't you just fire Jeff Hardy on AEW? Why don't you just fire Jeff Hardy? Yeah, that's a good idea, that's a good idea. Get the person who has drinking problems something to be sad about and drink more. Yeah, that is going to that's going to help the situation. No joke. Now, granted, yeah, again, I get people were just sick and tired of Jeff Hardy letting them down. But yeah, think about that. They said that DIY was the first one he had in 10 years. That's still 10 years. I think Jeff Hardy has been getting better when it comes to this. He just still has some problems. So yeah, I believe in Jeff Hardy, but I think if Jeff Hardy does come back to AEW or any wrestling promotion, I think he has to cut down on the high west stuff. Maybe just do it like once every 6 months for the rest of his career. Because again, I believe in Jeff Hardy, but I don't want him to accidentally kill somebody after this. So yeah, that's my opinion on the whole Jeff Hardy situation, and that really grinded my gears. But not as much as Blowout. Okay, I'm gonna try and keep this short because you have heard me say this before. I am sick and tired of everybody pretending they know what the fuck happened to Blowout. Because that's the thing. There are different reports saying different things about Blowout. Like, oh, it's Jeff Hardy, it's the... No, why did I say Jeff Hardy? I'm amazed because it was talking about Jeff Hardy just then. No, it's CM Punk's fault, it's the release fault. No, CM Punk's not coming back. CM Punk is coming back. Now there's recent reports that Dax Howard of FTR is trying to get CM Punk and DLA to coexist. Well, there's other reports that say wrestlers, namely Chris Jericho, and there's no hey, I've got no problem with Chris Jericho, but wrestlers like Chris Jericho trying telling the locker room that CM Punk's never coming back, and I do not know what to believe. That's why I am refusing to listen to these reports. Granted, you can have your, when it comes to the whole Blowout situation, or CM Punk, anybody has their free opinion about it. I mean, you call me and doing commentary on Madhouse with everybody else. Everybody, pretty much, most of everybody, thinks that CM Punk's like a turd. And you know what? They have the right to think that. I am a CM Punk fan. I'm gonna stay a CM Punk fan. But I respect their opinions. And they respect mine, and I appreciate that. But again, I'm not going to make judgment until I know 100% what the fuck's going on. So yeah, really grind my gears. But you know something that didn't grind my gears this year? Something that was the greatest thing to happen in wrestling this year. Vince McMahon's retirement. Finally! Now again, if you've been letting me know the walk, okay, I put on best news in 2022. That's actually a typo. That's best news in 2022 when it comes to wrestling. Finally, this 77-year-old overweighted old bastard has finally stepped down. Yeah, you heard me. You saw my video on Vince McMahon I made a couple of months ago when he retired. I had little respect for Vince McMahon now, but I have even more less respect for Vince McMahon now. Seriously, I don't think Vince McMahon's actually. There's a lot of people who say that Vince McMahon's talented. No, I think Vince McMahon's not talented. I think he was just lucky. And you know what? It proves it because there was a lot of people who. Oh, sorry, my mouse is showing. There were a lot of people who, after this happened, that they said, "Oh, WWE is not going to survive without Vince McMahon." Well, look at here. Ever since he retired, it's been better than ever. And not just WWE. AEW's been better than ever. Impact Wrestling's been better than ever. Always, even though it's a part of AEW. Wait, no. It's better than ever because now WWE's actually getting shit. And you know what? Finally, it's doing good for the commentators. I mean, I feel happy for Michael Cole now because he doesn't have a yelling man like and his ear all the time. So yeah, I basically said everything I had about Vince McMahon in that video. And you know, no rumors that Vince McMahon is trying to come back. I pray to God and heaven above that never happens because that would just make me sick to my stomach even more about Vince McMahon, that he can't just accept that WWE is better off without him. Well, with that one out of the way, it's time for my next pain because I'm not gonna stay long for this because I've talked about this a lot. Okay, so what's the next one? Oh yeah, Amphibia. Yeah, I think some of you might be surprised at this, but yeah, I have been following Amphibia since that Temple saga. Even though I did know the full story, but I was not expecting this. I mean, Amphibia was actually a very good show. Who'd have thought a TV show about talking frogs would actually be so serious and stuff? But yeah, the ending happened this year, and you know what? I think it was a great ending. Ann, Morrissey, and Sasha were good protagonists, as well as the planters. Kane Andreas was actually a pretty good and conflicted antagonist. The core, when the core took over Morrissey, it was kind of like terrifying. But yeah, after the, I'm just gonna say this way. I love this show's message that, the message is things need to change, and change can be scary, but it's necessary. And you know, that's something I actually respect the show because it's teaching young kids this. I'm just gonna say this. I didn't stay with the series for the entire show, but I feel touched by the ending. So yeah, that's why I put a great ending here because it was a great ending. Okay, now next thing. Oh yeah, a month of fun. New Legacy Inc.'s Royal Rumble Marathon. I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet because I can't really remember that much about it. But I remember when I was watching this whole Royal Rumble Marathon this year, it was a blast. The whole month of January was definitely 30-man Royal Rumbles, and I wish they did it again this year. But I can understand why you wouldn't want to do it because I think it would be too tiring for everybody. Well, yeah, the winner was Jack Swagger. Well, the overall thing, and yeah, I can nothing against them, but I kind of didn't appreciate Matt kind of Matt kind of like Matt from UCCW kind of almost spoiled everything for everyone on Madhouse Discord channel. But yeah, I know he didn't mean it. But yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do it again this year, but I hope they do, because I am, people like me in the core community, namely also Adam Chatwood, are suckers for Wombos. So yeah, I hope they do this year, but I can understand if they don't. Okay, next week. Oh yeah, blast from the past. This year I decided to watch some. Well, no, not this year. I mean, this is recorded. This being recorded in 2023. Sorry. Yeah, back in 2021, I decided to watch some things from my past. I'll start with, well, the 4 Scooby-Doo movies. Yeah, I was watching like Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, Scooby-Doo and the Invaders, and Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. And I'm just gonna say this again. Zombie Island again. It's still as good as it was when I was a kid. I mean, technically I watched it like twice. I watched Zombie Island twice this year. I watched it with the others, and I actually watched Zombie Island for like Halloween. Because seriously, granted, I think when it comes to these movies, the more there were more when it comes to the Scooby-Doo movies, the more they went along, the more I think it got less good. Though I do think out of the 4 movies, I think the Ravenclaws were the most evil villains. Yeah, I know that's surprising. Wait, I know what you're thinking. Hey GMO, what about the Werecats? Yeah, the Werecats were pretty bad. I mean, though, to be fair, the Werecats actually had the largest body count in those movies. But when you think about it, the Werecats were also really tragic because they technically didn't want this. I mean, they were just trying to get revenge on that pirate Moodscore, and they ended up turning into cat demons. So, yeah, personally, I do wish that some of the recent Dragon... why I would say Dragon Ball. The recent Scooby-Doo movies were kind of like this. They were... Because me and the people in my generation actually, I don't want to speak like an old man like Boku Molder. That but I really did like the premise that, okay, maybe not all the time, but I really like the premise that in most, well, I think all of these 4 movies, the villain of these movies were actually real. No, to be fair, I did kind of like when it goes to like all 4 of these movies, I did like the fact that alien invaders kind of like tricked you because you think the people that you were closest to in Zombie Island and the Witch's Ghost, that they turned out to be the villains, but turns out that Crystal and Amber, who were the aliens and alien invaders, were the good guys. But they can tell me the zombies were the good guys in Zombie Island, but okay, maybe neutral because they were murderers too. But yeah, I enjoyed. But even though they got worse as they went on, I did actually enjoy all 4 of these movies. I didn't even talk about Cyber Chase. I did like the Phantom Fires. But yeah, that's that. Now let's go back to TMNT 2003. Now granted, I kind of thought that the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were the best ones. But these were the ones of my childhood. And you know, the first thing I actually saw this with you the 2003 series, and man, I forgot how dark this series was. I mean, yikes! They really killed people! And also the grotesque things that you actually saw in this TMNT 2003. And also its storytelling. I mean, I did not expect to like that storyline with Leo from season 4. Like throughout season 4, well, most of season 4, you had like Leo become more of a darker character after losing to the Shredder. Well, he couldn't beat the Shredder, he couldn't protect anyone, and that. But yeah, all 4 of the Turtles and also all the other characters were actually pretty cool. I mean, I didn't know they made April kind of like a badass. I mean, not as much as she was more involved in the 2012 series than she was here. I never thought. Okay, they had one like the darkest Shredder, who basically had a huge body count, even though he was just a little slug thing. At the end of the day. And you know the funny thing is, when it comes to the TMNT 2003, all the dog things, it was made by 4 kids. 4 kids made this. But I still enjoyed it, and there were a lot of things that I did enjoy about it. I mean, hey, remember in GW when it made Azrael kill the boss, this GW, and that laugh that Azrael made after he, well, blew this GW up, that was like a lower, you might have noticed this before, but that was a lower version of the Shredder's laugh on this show. So yeah, that's a Easter egg. But yeah, I enjoyed the TMNT 2003, and it was a lot better show than I thought. Is it better than 2012's? And that's hard to tell, but I think they're even now. But I also recommend watching that. If you were compare the TMNT shows and see which one's the better, I suggest watching Jax Blake's first video where he goes over that. That was good. That was good, right? But anyway, after all that, time to move on and talk about. Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts fans are eating good this year, Part 1. Now, of course we were eating good because it's the 20-year anniversary of Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, we got a couple of things. First off, we have like the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer that blew my mind away because it was like set in Korodrum. Stoletzia, who we thought, well, even though she did die in Union Wars, but she's somehow in Kingdom Hearts 4 and Korodrum. Zora looks more realistic. The Gladys look realistic. I kinda like it. There's this monster Darkside. There's this monster Heartless. And you can break and make. Don't know, could be trying to find, like, I mean, keys to try and contact Zora or something. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 4. Now granted, I'm a mix between Kingdom Hearts 4 maybe coming out this year or next year. And this year being 2023 and next year being 2024. I'm leaning more towards 2024, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did actually fall off this year because I think Kingdom Hearts 4 is actually more developed than Kingdom Hearts 3 was. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that story. And you know what? It's kind of funny because if Stoletzia is there, it wouldn't be out of the possibility that another Kingdom Hearts characters might be in Culture Autumn too. That have died, like the ones in the game coming up, and Union Course. And maybe a young Xehanort, and if young Xehanort was actually in Kingdom Hearts 4, I wouldn't be upset about it, as long as he's not an antagonist, and he becomes like an ally. That would be pretty cool. A good guy Xehanort. Who would have thought? Well, actually, then again, I'll get to that in a sec. But, yeah, also, word is that most of the main characters that were in the Xehanort Saga are gonna play a role, especially like the Seed Soul or the Destiny Trio. That's fine, I understand that, because you're trying to quote-unquote book some of the newer characters up. But as long I don't mind the Seed Soul Trio and the Wayfinder Trio. That's what I meant. Not Destiny Trio. That's Sora Riku Kari. But yeah, if they take a break, that's fine. As long as they don't take a break for the entire saga, because I don't believe that they would take a break from fighting the Four Tails and stuff. As long as like I think the three main characters that are actually going to get, well, besides of course Donald, Goofy, and Mickey. I think the three main characters that get focused are gonna be Sora, Riku, and Kairi. Especially Kairi. Don't. No more. I don't believe Kairi's being shafted like a lot of people, but I hope that Kairi actually gets a lot of screen time in Kingdom Hearts 4. Otherwise, all those Kairi heroes are gonna come out. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 was not the only thing we got in the 20th anniversary showcase. We also got like Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, which is the missing link between Union Cross and Dark World, which Dark World is about what I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. Missing Link, I don't know much about it, even though Blade's going to be there. And also, there's basically this war going on between bloodlines. And maybe Lucio's there, because we saw him in the trailer, and he's covering the no-name Keyblade. Aibo. But yeah, I'm interested in this, and also it'll be interesting to know more about why they took Xehanort away from Scarlet Kylam, especially as well as the Avatar's second life. But speaking of Xehanort, okay, seriously, how the fuck did they pull this off? How did they pull this off? They don't in this game. The count got delayed. Not only did they make Xehanort the main character, this character that was like the main antagonist, but they made him a really good main character. I mean, I'm okay. Xehanort's really likable in this story. I mean, not as likable as I found, because Xehanort's my favorite antagonist up there with Doctor Doom. But seriously, this story of Xehanort and his younger days, I like the portrayal of Xehanort in this game, as well as Eraqus. I mean, young Eraqus is basically like Sora, but he believed too much in the light. As well as the Anna characters. But dang, Kingdom Hearts Dark World is really tragic as well, because when you think about it, every OC in that game pretty much is dead now. I mean, the only character that we don't know the fate of is Odin, and well, Odin's an old man. Okay, technically I'm not telling the full truth here, because there is another character that survives of the main character. But let me get to this. This game also kind of like destroyed a lot of fan what fans thought. I mean, everybody thought that Thor was Kyrie's grandmother. Nope, Thor dies, as well as the two. But yeah. Also, this game also destroyed the what everybody thought that Xehanort was the reincarnation of the player, but it turns out that the reincarnation of the player was Xehanort, and Xehanort's basically descendant of Ephemer. Yeah, should have seen that because of the silver hair and stuff. But yeah. Also, but then again, another thing is. Game Day was point out was sometimes the obvious answer is the obvious answer. Hey, Blocky Lucio? Dude, I guess Lucio has a type. But yeah, that's me done talking with Dog World. I'm still impressed that they actually made Xehanort a very good protagonist in this game. And you know, no wonder he wanted to purge the world after everything that he had to go through in this game. But yeah, before I move on to the next thing, I want to say, check out Damon What If channel. He's basically, if you're a fan of Monster X, he's basically like him, but he also does these with Dragon Ball What Ifs, but he also does these kind of like crossover What Ifs with all Monster X's What Ifs were one universe. Sonic and Dragon Ball, as well as Kingdom Hearts and Dragon Ball. So I'm looking forward to what he does in 2023, but yeah, you might want to check out his channel if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But anyway, next. Oh yeah, Death Battle, I would say Death Battle Season 9, I would say is an okay-ish season. I mean, granted, there were some fights that I actually did really enjoy. I like Vegeta versus Fu and the theme there, the Prince of Pride. I like Magneto's fight. I can't remember his opponent's name. I think it was Tanjiro or something. I liked Jonathan Joestar versus the Demon Slayer guy. I can't forget his name. But yeah, a lot of these, well, like, and some of these were all like fights and stuff. But I'm gonna defend this opinion. I think they could have had a way better final season battle, because really, Vegeta versus Gogeta, you chose that. You chose that as the final battle. When they're pretty much the same guy. I mean, Geeta 101's actually mentioned this before. It's Vegeta and Gogeta are basically Goku and Vegeta merged. Everything that Vegeta can do, Gogeta can do, and for everything Gogeta can do, Vegeta could do. So basically the same guy, and you're not gonna. Hey, pretty much, I'm still gonna be a fan of Death Battle because I love the animation, I love the themes they use, and also the interactions. But sometimes I don't agree with the results. Okay, there are some obvious results, like how Omni-Man basically made Homelander his bitch. I love that. Also, I kind of find it kind of ironic that Vegeta is basically the first character to win and lose the same season of Death Battle, because, you know, he lost to 4, and yet he, as a part of Vegeta with Goku, won against Gogeta. But then again, technically that means that Vegeta lost twice. Okay, never mind. I'm leaning on to this, but yeah, I do think Season 9 was okay this season. So, next. Okay, MCU, is it going downhill? Now, I heard that people are saying that the MCU is going downhill, but don't know if I actually agree with that. I mean, okay, I never watched any of the TV shows, and I seriously that ending of She-Hulk was too much for me. But when it comes to the movies, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I like that movie. Even though, yeah, there were bad potential, and seriously, Charles Xavier dying that easily, as well as the Illuminati, and Mr. Fantastic being the smartest man in the universe, basically yelled out. Black Bolt's power was kind of stupid. But yeah, For Love and Thunder, I like that movie, but I think there was a problem I had with For Love and Thunder, and that was there was too much comedy. I will actually I'm not saying like make it all dark and stuff, but I think you should have found a balance between the comedy and the dark stuff. You know, then kind of like the ending part, like maybe Act 3 when 4 was taking it more seriously because Jane was okay. This is like a spoiler. Jane was like dying of cancer, and I was actually sure that they were going to go through the cancer route with Jane Foster. But yeah, and also Wakanda Forever, Black Panther. I like that movie too, and it was a good tribute to Chadwick Boseman, as well as his sister. Well, T'Challa's sister Shuri finding her place. But yeah, is the MCU going downhill? Okay, maybe it's not as good as it was before, but I'm still enjoying it. So hopefully it can, rise back up. But okay, next. Okay, yep. Dream Match Possibilities, Multiverses. Now, granted, I don't play Multiverses, but I do respect what this game does, and I also wanted to mention this because it's technically the last performance of Kevin Conroy as Batman. But yeah, I really like what they did with it. And everybody in this game actually feels like they're in character, even though Shaggy's more of the meme and not the character himself. But yeah, I wanted to do this really quickly, and I hope Multiverses actually does play good because it does seem like a good game. I just don't think I have the platform to play it. It's basically like Warner Bros. Super Smash Bros. By the way, next. Oh yeah. Well, this game I have played. Yeah, I'm not saying this sounds like, but this game is a work of art, and this is basically the favorite game I played this year. I mean, I love the characters in this game. I love Noah. I love Mio. I love Diana. I love Uni. I love Lance. I love Senna. Even though my little criticism is, I wish the Senna actually got more development out of the 6, but what can you do? But yeah, I'm not going to talk about that much about this game because I think if you haven't played it, you should play it. It is a work of art. So again, if you have a Nintendo Switch, play this game. You are not going to regret it. Okay, next. Oh wait, yeah, back from the past. Something else about Kingdom Hearts. It's Everglow's Kingdom Hearts timeline. Now, if you don't know what Everglow's Kingdom Hearts timeline is, it's basically it's this YouTuber Everglow, and okay, back when Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out, he was putting like all the scenes in chronological order. It makes people understand what's going on in the timeline. That's something I respect. And well, after Kingdom Hearts 3, he ended it without doing Kingdom Hearts 3 because it was trying to help people understand everything that was going on until Kingdom Hearts 3. But now he's like brought it back. He's done like Union Cross and Dark World. I think later he's gonna do Kingdom Hearts 3. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy that, especially this year. But I'm just gonna say this: if you're watching this, welcome back, Everglow. Okay, next. Oh yeah, and here's an underrated story that I recently got into this year when I was like looking for themes to get in the mood for one of my stories. Honkai Impact 3. Again, like Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I don't want to get into the story to this, but I'm just gonna say this. Its main character, Kiana Solana, may be my favorite female protagonist of all time now, because of the act she goes through. I mean, she developed perfectly in this game. The only criticism I have to give this though is, its story is like super long. Like each part is basically like 1 hour and a half or over. That's the only criticism I got this, but I don't regret. And basically, Okay, some of the music I don't like in Honkai Impact 3, but some of it is really, really good. I mean, I'm going to defend B4, Night Glow, Starfall, and Moon Halo to the end of the year. But yeah, if you're interested in where Kiana came from, and you're interested in this story, you may well watch it or play it. It's a mobile game, by the way. But anyway, next. But yeah, the thing I love to learn about the most this year is obviously King of Fighters. Now, in the past, I have actually learned about King of Fighters, but I wasn't that much interested in it. I noticed, like, in some car fans and car owners really enjoy King of Fighters, like John Blacko's, Feedpack, and Chloe from FCWL, CWL, and ACL. But it's not until I watched Foggy's arcade retrospectives of King of Fighters, and if you don't know who Foggy Arcade is, he's basically like this guy who reviews fighting games, as well as sometimes builds a world stuff for Dream fighting games, like Dream SNK versus Capcom vs SNK. I watched his retrospectives of King of Fighters, and I love the lore of King of Fighters now. I love the idea of 3-person teams in a fighting game. I love the fact that every 3 games is one story in a saga and also a dream match at the end. So yeah, okay, maybe a fan of King of Fighters. Granted, I don't think I can play King of Fighters 15 because I'm too spoiled on it, and also I don't want to face Double Gold boss. Wait, does that mean I'm gonna play Kingdom Hearts, the King of Fighters? See, not King of Hearts. Thinking it is King in the title, but doesn't mean I'm gonna play King of Fighters 16? No, I know what you're wondering. Why not? Saudi Arabia, that's why. I don't want to support Saudi Arabia, but I will follow this series. And am I still a fan of the King of Fighters series? Yeah, I'm always going to be a fan of it because I love it. I do like the characters. So yeah, that's it. And also, it helped me out. This series helped me out with the IDG because I was having trouble deciding what to do with the IDG because I wanted to make a huge tournament, but I didn't want to use too much. But in teams of 4, good idea. So yeah, that's what I gotta say about King of Fighters. I do love it, but I don't think I can play it because some people really. But yeah, I don't support the series. And also seriously, the shit, SNK went boom, damn. But anyway, back next. Oh yeah, Corn 2022. Again, I think Corn 2022 has been a very good year. Even though there was like a drought in the middle, but I think that was because both Cold Starts and VW Prestiges were actually being made at the same time. So yeah, a lot of Corvettes went quiet. But yeah, I like the storytelling of all the Call of Heads. It's good, especially including Bowie's League. Still, Bowie's kind of underway in the community. I liked the portrait dress over in UWL with Hatred and also Clockwork's suddenly showing up. WWE is doing. I think it'll finally go into WWE a lot. And they wrapped up this story with them facing Nori until Nori then walked into UCWL now. Now they're having a feud. And also, I'm gonna be honest here. I am having one heck of a time doing commentary for Madhouse. It's been one of the most fun things I've had in my entire life. So yeah, I really do everybody who's done commentary in it, as well as Adam for inviting me to do commentary. I wanna thank you, because I'm having, again, like you mentioned, I'm having the most fun of the times. So yeah, that's that. When it comes to core and 2022, but speaking personally in my core fed, GW, one of the things that I am proud of in GW that I made this year, well, no, being last year, that's really hard to get used to, was this, namely Starmania, and also namely the Queens and Kings Rumble. I'm most proud of. Again, when it comes to the Queen's Rumble, I have no regrets of who I decided to win there. Because, okay, spoilers, 3, 2, 1, I made Krusty win. As dedicated to the memory of Eddie Mack. I made really good storylines and Starmania throughout it. And, well, when it comes to the King's Rumble, it had I'm proud that I actually got so many talented figures. So my OCs, the OCs around the world, some famous counters, some famous wrestlers, and I am proud of the way I made this match. The only change I'd probably make is maybe I went a little bit too far making GMO the winner, but that was more like a storyline thing. But yeah, I think that's the one thing I would do definitely. I would pick a different winner. But yeah, GW actually had a good year, but yeah, speaking of GW and 2023, when it comes to the IDG, I kind of run into a problem. You see, it appears that some of the teams that have planned for the IDG have been breaking up. And well, more like wrestling, there was only one core team that I wanted to use for the IDG, which was the Cold-Blooded Killers, but that's WWE's team, so I'm gonna respect it and bring that team up in the IDG. So yeah, and also I need a mix. There were some teams that I might need to swap members around. So yeah, and also there are some people in the core community that I would want to take part in the IDG that I haven't got in contact yet, and I think should be a part of this, like say Steel, Malik Brown, Osenko, and others. So I come to the decision, and the decision is in the next slide. So yeah, keep watching. That's right, I'm making 1,000 teams for the IDG! I know, it sounds nuts. But I want this slogan here. I want it to be like the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate of Core Wrestling, as well as the MCU of Core Wrestling, as well as the King of Fighters of Core Wrestling. Like, everyone you see in the core community is taking part in this tournament, so I'm gonna, ask more people around to see if they're interested, who I haven't asked yet. So yeah, there's that. Because I want to make the IDG one of the biggest core events ever. I know it's going to take a lot of work. It might take most of 2023 to actually do this, but it might take some of next year too, or 2024. But I'm determined to do this and wrap up the Lord Asriel / Eclipse Saga. Huge. Now, but I will think I am going to make one more final GW show until I start the IDG, which will be called Final Stop. So I might get in contact with some people if they are interested in taking part of the Final Stop. But anyway, if you've been also following the channel, GW is not the only thing on my channel now, because I put Soul Warrior X on it. Now again, some people might be asking, especially CJ, what is Soul Warrior X? Soul Warrior X is basically my story that I want to get out there. Now granted, it's like the story that I want to turn into a successful franchise one day and possibly get it animated. Because Core is a I love Core, but it's a hobby for me. Soul Warrior X, it's my dream. I want it to be successful, and somebody can come over to it and say, "Boy, want to animate this and make a good, successful franchise." That is my dream, and so I'm gonna post more episodes of it every Wednesday and Sunday, starting next week. So yeah, if you want to help support it, I would appreciate it if you watch the videos. Thanks. But with all that out of the way, I just want to say happy 2023, everybody, and that's the episode. I know it was a long episode. Sorry about this. I had a lot to talk about, but yeah, I hope you can join me for this journey in 2023, as well as I will join you for this journey in 2023. I hope you all have a successful and happy 2023 from me. So I just want to say this. I've been the GMR, and I hope everyone here has a happy new year.